another loyalty check.
But I assure you, Mr. Cooperman, you won't find a better publisher or a finer organization than Spencer Publications.
Well, this is a big account. You can understand my concern.
And I encourage you to check other publishers. Because the more you look, the more you'll see that we at Spencer have so much to offer.
You certainly have that reputation. I've heard that worldwide, Spencer is regarded as one of...
All right, Nicholas. Let's see what you're up to.
Pierre, when you're happy, I'm happy. That's only 6 months' time, and that circulation has doubled. That translates into an incredible increase in profits. Right. Wait 1 second. I just had the report faxed to me. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Figures for the third quarter, 88. That's a net profit increase of just over $100,000, Pierre, and that's phenomenal. And for a French magazine like this, for that size, to emerge as it has...
Nicholas is in there with Mr. Spencer? I think I'll come back later.
What are you doing, Miss Kensington?
Well, Mr. Spencer left word that he wanted to see me.
Sit down. I'll buzz him.
Then it's final? All right. Forrester hits Australia, courtesy of Clarke Garrison. Miss Scott, you have made me the happiest man in the Northern Hemisphere.
Clarke, have you seen Margo?
Oh, nonsense. No, we'll have a limo at the airport with a little chilled champagne and perhaps even me. Oh, not nearly as much as I am. Bye-bye.
Where's
Kristen, please, not when I'm on the phone.
Have you seen Margo today?
About an hour ago, she was waddling around like a pregnant duck.
Clarke, that isn't funny. She was here and now she's nowhere to be found. Honey, you don't think she's at the hospital on her way to give birth, do you?
Nah.
Well, if she is, we should be there for her.
I can't believe it's a baby.
Well, I'm gonna find out. Excuse me. Hello, security? This is Kristen Forrester speaking. Has Margo Lindley left the building? How long ago? Did she say where she was going? I see. Thank you.
Was she at the hospital?
Miss Cratchit, it's no problem for me to come back later.
Why would you want to do that?
Well, I think Mr. Spencer's in a meeting.
I have no one scheduled.
But I heard him talking to someone.
Must have been a speakerphone. Miss Kensington here to see you.
All right, send her in.
You can go in. Oh, and Miss Kensington, the next time you have a meeting with Mr. Spencer and I'm not here, just sit in the chair.
Miss Kensington.
Hi, Mr. Spencer.
Come on in here, sit down. There's something I want to show you. I want you to take a look at this.
I can't believe this. This is my article. Temptation and Where It Can Lead You by Jamie Kensington. You know, never in a million years did I think that at the age of 19, I would have my own words in print.
Well, how do you feel about it?
Incredible. I am so very proud. You know, Mr. Spencer, something like this has never happened to me before.
Well, you should be proud. It's an excellent article. You sure that you wrote this? There's only one way to prove it.
How?
Write another one.
I know we should have gone right home from the police station. Thank you for indulging me. When I come here, well, life just seems to be put in its proper perspective.
want me to write another article for you?
I'd like that very much.
Well, I'll get right on it. What would you like it to be about this time?
Well, I'd like to keep you in the Village Voice section. That way you have a relatively free reign. Is that okay?
Okay. Are you kidding? I think that's great. I just have one question.
What is that?
Well, now, don't get me wrong, because I appreciate everything that you're doing for me. But you're a very busy man, yet you're taking out all this time for me. I just have to wonder, why?
Well, I told you, you're very special to me.
Am I very special, or is my writing very special?
Both. But I think the article that you wrote shows a very interesting style of writing.
But what do you think about me?
Well, I told you I wanted you to become my protege.
What exactly does being your protege mean?
Why don't we discuss that at dinner? Tonight, at my place.
All right. Dinner. Tonight. Your place.
This still blows my mind that we were able to pull this off.
Yeah, me too, Rocco.
See how it turned out? Donna didn't even have to work her way into that job at Spencer's. You guys should have called me in the first place.
Yeah, well, just thank God that Donna's away from Bill Spencer for good now, Rocco.
Yeah, has she cleaned her stuff out yet?
She's probably doing it as we speak. She said that she was going to stop by here on her way home.
Yeah, so this is it? I mean, it's finally over?
Well, except for the fun part. Payoff?
The payoff. Hey, what is the word from the magazine?
Well, Rocco, I just happen to have an in at Stud Magazine.
Stud Magazine? I love it.
Yeah, the next issue goes to print in a week.
All right. Mr. High and Mighty, huh? Mr. Squeaky Clean Sleaze King, soon to be a centerfold himself.
Well, is she at the hospital or not?
They didn't know where she was.
Kristen, honey, you have got to relax about Margo and this baby. It is Margo's baby and Margo's life, so you should let her do the worrying.
Clarke, she's my friend. I can't help but be concerned. I'm going back to the office.
Well, sometimes it seems you're more concerned about Margo and her baby than you are about your own husband.
Sweetheart, that's ridiculous.
Is it? I just landed the entire Australian market. You don't give me the time of day.
You what?
That's what I was doing on the phone. Miss Jennifer Scott handles a huge line of Australian boutiques. And she wants to buy the entire summer line.
Clarke, that's terrific, honey.
And I'm going to give her a showing that she will never forget.
You're gonna give her a showing?
Mm-hmm.
Honey, only Ridge and Dad show our new lines.
Now, wait a second. I landed this account.
Well, maybe they'd let you watch or help out.
I am not going to help out. This is my account. I worked hard for it.
I'm sorry, Clarke. That's just the way it is. I wish there was something I could do.
Maybe there is a little something you could do.
What's that?
Well, you know how hard I worked for this account. And, you know, I did it for the good of Forrester, nothing else. And I have a special rapport with Miss Scott, the buyer.
You want me to talk to Ridge?
Sweetheart, could you? You know damn well he'd never do it if I asked him.
Clarke, I would.
Clarke Garrison? Yes. Yes, I'll tell her. Oh, some nurse. Margo wanted to know that she was at the doctor. She could be in labor.
Well, you're right about that. There is something very tranquil about visiting Angela?
Now, tranquil is exactly what we need. Oh, the past week has just been a nightmare, and that's the only word to describe it.
My God. I still find it so hard to believe that Thorne would actually pick up a gun and knowingly shoot his brother.
But the alcohol and the sleeping pill were the extenuating factors.
Stephanie, look at me. No, it's just you and me. It's not... There are no lawyers, there are no police. It's just us. You and I both know that it wasn't the pill or the alcohol that motivated Thorne to shoot his brother. It was what he overheard you and I talking about.
I know, and I try and blot that out of my mind, you know, my responsibility and what happened. I keep saying if we hadn't been talking in the living room, if he hadn't overheard me telling you about Ridge and Caroline, none of this would have happened.
Stephanie.
It's true. It's true it wouldn't have happened. And that is the cold, hard reality of it.
Don't do this. You and I can eat ourselves alive for something that happened in all innocence.
I know.
We can't do this.
I know you're right.
It's all over now.
I want to believe that. Oh, God, I want to believe that. But I keep asking myself, what happens if Thorne remembers? What happens if the blackout that was induced with the sleeping pill and the alcohol is erased, and he remembers what happened the night of the shooting?
We can't live our lives like that. That's like sitting on a time bomb waiting for it to explode.
But isn't that what we're doing? Only now it isn't just you and me. It's Ridge, too. Do you think that we should tell Ridge for his own protection? Do you think that we owe that to Ridge?
I don't know what's taking her so long.
Knowing Donna, she probably made a detour to old man Spencer's office to give him a piece of her mind. Tell him we can stick that lousy job of his.
Hey, well, Rocco, I'm just relieved that she doesn't have to go to Spencer's any longer.
Yeah, me too.
To think, them slobbering over her, trying to take her out to dinner.
I know. Makes me sick.
Well, speaking of the little lady.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Donna. How are you?
Good.
Get a kiss? Well, so what took you so long?
Oh, it's a long story.
Where do you hear what Nick did?
What?
Well, I got Bill Spencer in Stud magazine.
The centerfold. Can you believe this?
Well, that's great.
I thought you'd be a little more excited than that.
I am excited. I can't wait to see it.
So, tell me, how did things go at the office? Did you get everything loaded up?
Well, I haven't actually cleared off my desk yet.
Why not?
Well, when I got there was a message that Bill wanted to see me, so when I got up to his Mr. Spencer? So, anyway, when I got up to his office, he surprised me with my article in print. Right now, as we speak, my article is at every newsstand in L.A. My article.
Donna, what are you trying to say?
Well, I agreed to write another one for him.
You did what? Donna, when did this happen?
Today. In fact, right after you got off the phone with him.
After I got off the phone with him?
Yeah. When I got up to his office, I stopped outside the door because I heard your voice and I thought you were in there. But then Miss Cratchit said it was only the speakerphone.
Donna, I didn't talk to Bill Spencer today.
Nicholas, I heard you.
Donna, I'm telling you, I didn't. It must have been somebody else.
No, I'm certain it was you. In fact, you were saying something about a French magazine, how well it was doing, an increase of like $100,000 or something.
How the hell did you know that?
I told you, I heard you. It's true, right?
Donna, I just had that information faxed to me today. Now, I haven't even talked to Bill Spencer about it yet.
Wait up. Look, if you didn't talk to Spencer, then something really, really weird is going on here.
Well, it doesn't make sense because...
Shh.
Man has got your place bugged.
You're right. That's the only logical explanation.
That's gotta be it. There's no other way.
Well, then he knows.
Knows what?
About us. Think about all the times we've talked about him in there.
Oh, man, you're right.
Wait a minute. There's no way he could know.
Nick, if he's got the place bugged, he knows everything that's been said.
Rocco, I guarantee you that if Spencer knew about those pictures, or if he knew that Donna and I were still seeing each other, there's no way we'd still be here. I'd be out on the streets or worse.
Well, how can we be sure?
We can't. We just have to assume that Spencer's too busy to be eavesdropping all the time.
Look, what do we do now?
We gotta find that bug, Rocco.
Right. I know this guy. He works miracles with electronics. I could give him a call.
Wait a minute. You know something? I think there's a way that we can make that bug work for us.
Yeah?
Hey, look, you call your friend. You tell him that I need a light or something that I can put on that bug so I know when it's on.
Bug, the bug.
Right.
Oh, man, I like the way you think.
Think you can do it?
Look, Nick, if he can't do it, nobody can.
All right. You call him, Rocco.
You got it.
Rocco. Not in there. In the kitchen. Spencer's really screwed up this time, Donna. And this one is gonna cost him. He's gonna be very sorry that he ever messed with us.
Stephanie, did you hear what you just said?
Yes, I heard what I just said. I said, should we tell Ridge that Thorne shot him, and why? For his own protection.
Everything that we have done with the police, telling them that you admit to shooting Ridge, has been done for one purpose alone. To keep Ridge from knowing the truth. To hold our family together, knowing that if either one of our sons finds out what really happened and why, our family will cease to exist as a family.
So you're saying we shouldn't tell Ridge?
This thought didn't even occur to you until right now.
Yeah, I know. It's because of what Lieutenant Burke said in the DA's office.
Well, don't overreact to that. Please, Stephanie, don't overreact to what the lieutenant said. Now, let's just let all this simmer down and see how we feel in the next few days, the next few weeks.
The last thing in the world that I want to do is to tell Ridge. But I mean, suppose Burke's right. Suppose he's in real danger.
We'll watch very carefully for a few weeks, a few days.
All right. Speaking of tranquil, look at how calm she is. Sometimes I almost envy Angela. I do. I really do.
Only when it's difficult to cope. Only when you feel like crawling into a protective shell.
I'd like to do that right now.
You'll be all right. You're a strong lady, Stephanie.
A part of me got lost in all of this.
I'll never believe that. I can't imagine anything being more difficult to cope with than how you dealt with Angela all those years. That secret. And you dealt with that alone.
Now I have you to share it with.
So you do. Well, you and I are going to have to deal with the rest of our family here pretty soon. They haven't seen us for 24 hours. The story we tell is going to have to be very convincing.
Tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It's Angela's birthday.
Well, then we'll have to celebrate. The whole family.
That'll be wonderful. She's so beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
I always wonder.
I think maybe I wonder the same thing. What her life would be like
It would take a miracle.
Well, given everything that's happened in the past few weeks, and our family's still intact, that's a miracle.
True.
So, miracles happen.